Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will kick it away first. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. To the 24 before he goes out of bounds. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the option. Now the pitch. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On the move. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. The sure hands, it's Adams. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Wants to throw. It's Pitts. Gets it out quickly. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy after that.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The offense lining up for a first down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Slings it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll immediately call timeout. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
To the air, it's Pitts. Fires to the right. It's complete. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense flailed at him like he was slathered in baby oil and wrapped in rattlesnakes. They didn't get close to him.
It's hard, man. The dude's so fast, but he's still allowed to throw it. He can still run it. He's so hard to get a handle on, and I tell you what, that's why he makes big plays time and time again.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score Alabama 13, South Carolina 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Here's the handoff. Nifty little dance step. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Bulls his way forward. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Nice move to pick up yardage.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Using the quick game. Off he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The defense trying to make a stand on third and goal. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Purdue managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Lafayette had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it though.
Shakes off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The short hands, it's Williams. And he stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First down here for the offense. Quarterback will audible. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try it on the ground. dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long.
29 Philly.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll take it himself. Nice move there. Can anyone? He just vaporized. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he puts through the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had...
And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown tie. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll get rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Looking to throw it
against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
He'll do it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
In the end zone.
Lining up to add another. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? He locked up and held on to bring him down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, going up top. He wants to go deep. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And that is no good. Oh, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence. Lofts one high and deep. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. A first down for the offense. The corners are walked up tight. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Pitts. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. He wants to throw. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. These guys wanted to make it has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Good job by the coverage. Return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Dances away to buy time. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
When you get that. Starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll. You roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it.
Got it behind the line. It's Singleton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know.
Touchdown, Bama! And the beatdown has ensued. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
It's complete to the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Runs through the tackle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Unloads it left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. A shot toward the end zone. And he intercepts it. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're testing the right side here. Quick step and go. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These corners backing off a bit. He leaves it with his back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score now,
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the ground, it's Haynes. And that's a live ball. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. Ground to cover for the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Using his feet to buy time. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown tie! And the pummeling has started. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues. Great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complimentary football.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The discard, and he's running free. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Caught near the sideline, it's Smith. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He makes a catch. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Dances away. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of...
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the returner will be brought down.
South Carolina Gamecocks will take over first and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quarterback checking the play. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. With the catch, it's Harbor. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown.
Who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The DBs will back off a bit. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Fires to the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the 2-point try.
Here we go.
Scanning the field, it's Mack. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
South Carolina Gamecocks will take over first and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
Reels it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Going up top on 1st down. He'll throw it. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.